Talk the things them.
Talk the things them.
What else say you have to do? Talk the things them.
Anyway. It's like this.
Oh God, the things them, 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 What's up, Talk the things them. What's up, Talk the things them. What's up, Talk the things them.
Genius.
Abstinence is the only, of all the ABC's protection, abstinence is the only way that you can be 100% sure that you are safe from STIs and pregnancy.
Our bodies and minds are not yet ready for having sex, and I don't think we can handle the responsibilities of having children.
Yes, it makes sense to promote abstinence. When you're having sex, even if it's safe sex, there's still a chance of getting the disease, STIs and AIDS, and there's still a risk of getting the person having sex pregnant. And abstinence, nothing that would occur.
The ministry should include sexual education, sexual health, in the curriculums where needed at school, so that students may be able to learn about sex life and sexual health during a day-to-day process.
The ministry should start from primary school, because nowadays I think that small children know more about sex than I do.
Well, I personally believe that it should start from basic school.
I think that brochures, the government should put in place brochures to be given out in schools, because especially about infections. Sex, yes, but especially our guidelines on how students should deal with infectious diseases. Because most of our young girls now who are sexually active are living with infections. They know that they have it, but are afraid to visit the doctor because they know that they cannot, and afraid to tell their parents, because most students cannot go to the doctor on their own without their parents.
I think the government should send out more positive newspapers, Gleaners and Children's Own to students, so when they read it, they have a positive impact on what it is trying to say.
Why most persons are this way, they have a low self-esteem. So the best thing kind of like have a self-esteem class or something like that, because that's what majority of the persons need to build their self-esteem.
And I believe that the Ministry of Education should get experienced persons who had contracted HIV or AIDS and suffered the consequences, persons who were victims of teenage pregnancy and other related things due to early sexual exposure. I believe that the Ministry of Education should send these persons into the school and speak to the students so that they will get something to traumatize them and, and change their mind about sex.
Maybe if we had youths as peers in our age group to talk to us, maybe they could carry on other students from other schools or people, just young people, to come and talk to us, and this maybe we'll just listen to them more, knowing that they're in our age group.
I have to ask the minister, please, can you send out more videos with positive influence? Please, can you have more talk shows on TV with students, primary schools and high school, telling others to stop from what they're doing or to stay away?
The legal age of consent is too low. Okay, look at it this way. The age of consent for driving and drinking is about 18. And the age of consent for sex. Imagine something as trivial compared to bring the life of a child into the world. You're allowing people who are 16 and so immature to handle that responsibility. I think that it is careless.
I think the age is too low at 16. You should be getting yourself involved in those activities. You should wait until you're married to do that.
We're not ready to handle it at that age. We're not ready to handle this whole relationship, this whole sexual thing. It's not what we should be doing at as young as 16. I believe when you become an adult, that's when you should be given consent. And personally, I think you have reached adulthood by about 20, 21.
The age of consent, that is saying that basically you're almost responsible for yourself. So when you're almost responsible for yourself, you are supposed to reproduce within the country to multiply the working population. You need to do all of that. So why would a 16-year-old want to have a baby? I don't understand that. I disagree with that. It should be at least 21.
You're an adult when you're 18. Therefore, you're not legally responsible for yourself until you're 18. Yet you can have a child when you're 16. Who's going to be responsible for that child when you're technically not responsible for yourself? As yet, you're a child yourself.
When you say the age of consent, it is an excuse saying you can do what you want to do.
I said 16 is the age of consent. My daddy said, where? Because consent to do what? Consent to do what? I'm still living in his house. I'm still eating his food. He's still sending me to school. And then when I go and have a baby at the age of consent, I have an government. I said the government said, who's in charge of the country? But who's in charge of me? It's making it hard on the parents who are trying to raise good children. It's making it hard on them. So I don't think the age of consent should be at that age.
I think that 16 is okay. The average 16-year-old is mature enough to know right from wrong, good from bad. So a 16-year-old person or a child would know that if they choose to have sex, it's their free will. And saying that 16 is too young, when they do go and have it, because you have people who just go and have sex, when they have it, the person that they have it with will suffer. And sometimes they'll be hurt along with the person to know that it was what they wanted to do, but because it's the rule, they can't do it. So I think it's okay.
Oh, I'm 16 and I'm loving it, but that should change because 16-year-old not ready for take on nothing. And the boys 18, come on. They still are going to do it. 16, what can a 16-year-old do? Can a 16-year-old mind herself? No, we have to depend on parents. Or if we don't depend on parents, the 16-year-old depend upon their man. That's it. That is wrong. It is very wrong.
If Ministry of Education want to distribute condoms, they should also send a bed, because that is what they're saying.
To be speaking about abstinence and then planning to distribute condoms in school, that is just messing with the minds of, the younger generation.
Well, they are already having sex, so why not give them the condom to make them more safer? Because look at the students in primary school. They are trying it because the artists, they are playing the music, daggering. Students are trying it, so why not protect them?
I think non-surgical contraceptives should be available to students regardless of their ages, because, not that I'm saying that it will promote them to go out and have sex, but some adults definitely can't stop the children from having sex, but it's best to protect them if you can't stop them.
Condoms can be issued in schools, but to persons 16 and over, because at the age of 16, I think you get enough education about sexual issues that maybe not all persons are mature enough to take up the consequences and the responsibilities of pregnancy, but some are. So if there's a possibility that condoms must be issued, it should be to students 16 and over.
The first school in any situation is the home. The first place children learn things are the home.
If you ever hear a 1-year-old curse a bad word, you know where that child got it from. The home is a first society, and that child should be taught everything from the first place within the home.
Most of our parents nowadays, all they're saying, breed and you see me and you. Breed and this. And them not tell us, say, if you're sexually active, tell me, make me get contraceptive and, you know, help you how to protect yourself.
Round about 90% or 95 so, round that of Jamaica population is single parents. We know that they, especially mothers, they have to out fending for their children. But you know, you have to take it into consideration that you must take the time out and teach your child about sex, abstinence, and the consequences of HIV and STIs and so forth.
Then the father is supposed to play a role, because you have sometimes even male. The male no respect a mother. He more afraid of the father. So I think fathers must play a more important role.
They should have a best friend role. Why I say this is because don't be my mother only. Be my friend. Be my best friend. So I can talk with you, share things with you. Don't sit with your neighbor and tell her, Mr. Miguel Pitney she bad you see. Don't tell her that. Be my friend, you know, talk to me, teach me, so me can teach you back. Cause me can tell you what's going on. You are gonna tell me what happened in the past, but me can tell you what's going on now. So be my friend, just don't be my mother or my father. Be my friend.
I'm a laugh at serious thing. Girl, me know you want me. Me tell you she want me. She say she want me. Me know she want me. So give me the me feeling on it.
Everything that the media does has a perverted side to it. Yes. They could be advertising toothpaste.
True.
It has a sexual meaning to it. The young people nowadays, they have a perverted mind, or they have everything that they do has a perverted side to it because of what the media does.
They're not playing a role which they should be playing, because things that they should be promoting, they are not, and things that they should not be promoting, they are promoting. For example, the songs that they bring across from the artists, songs such as Daggerin and Back It Up, the students, they usually take it to a higher level, and as the song suggests, they do it.
It's like they're telling us that we ought to remain pure and try not to think of these things, but we are bombarded by them. It's wherever you go, it's whatever you see, it's whatever you listen to, it's everywhere.
Brian, you are aware that Vybz Kartel does not allow his son to listen to his music? So why should we be listening to his music? To corrupt our minds? Aren't we the future too?
Some of the music, when you listen to them, it make you feel like you're in the rhythm and you start move, like it make you feel on you want to have sex.
I was saying even the media in schools are influencing boys to have girlfriends or girls to have boys, because I saw in the paper this guy standing up with 2 girls and they're saying that this guy is lucky. So I think other students are going to try to be lucky also.
Alright, the main thing that influence sexual activities is that the dancehall music that the artist them is singing. Like example, in the car back is the wrong example you're sending to younger students. The students, to younger people, is the wrong influence.
Sit down on it like cheer miss. Them I want to experience how you sit on something like that, like cheer miss. So that is the reason why I think most of these females and even males are influencing to these songs.
The media just highlight it as something that is not bad, and you know, it makes teenagers feel like it's just normal to do. You know, have sex any place at any time. So I think the media, you know, they need to really watch the kind of songs that go on airplay and those sort of things, because I think even with the crime and everything, music has a big role in doing all of that.
Alright, as young people, we tend to listen to these DJs or singjs in following them and idolizing them, right? And I can say, maybe not me, but other young people look up to these DJ and it's like them idolize them and tend to follow what they say, right? So if a beanie man, as we say, come and say, have sex, abstain, right? Well, you got abstain, but if we come and say have sex, you know, so you gotta say, alright, beanie man, say for have sex. We tend to follow these DJs, you understand? So I think the media and the dancehall has a lot of impact, influence on we young people.
It is making a difference, but it is for us as individuals to know, to within ourselves make that decision. Being a man or my father, them can't tell me if we have sex. I should know in myself that I am not ready and I'm not going to have sex.
It is a big problem because we know we love a tune and thing and our artists and Ray and we feel good. But then it negative, it bad. It a tell we if we go on, go take it, tick-tock, all of that. It just out there if we like, nothing wrong with it. Go ahead, your tune. One time, back in the days or early on when I was younger, on the radios, certain parts of song would butt out. Nowadays, everything playing out straight out. So, even my little niece or so on at the yard singing to me tick-tock. Can't do nothing about it, that's just the media. No care if you turn it off at home, if they go outside, they hear it. TV, they hear it, they watch it. Everywhere, it's all about. So the government need to do something about that. Even to ask the artists, put something more, put some positive tunes. You know, not only tell with a TikTok, but jump and sing and take in a book and them thing. I'm not lying. If the whole of them gone, would I feel boring because I'm a vibes girl and I love my music, but come on. The boringness sometimes have to work because your life is in it. And it is very good for you to do something right and not wrong. So the media has a big part of it. It is the one, it is the only, it is everything that is causing bad. Everything bad in Jamaica today.
I would like to know the ministry's stance on the issue of abortion, and if it is legalized, what age?
Why don't males have an age of consent but females do?
Why is it that when we as girls or teenagers do get pregnant, why is it so hard for us to re-enter educational institutions?